Hi, today we are going to talk about Coinlist. I'm sure you're all familiar with what Coinlist is. However, there are some new updates that you might not have heard of yet. Or if you did, we'll do a quick recap of those and talk about the token sale that is going to be on the 18th of May for CyberConnect. So let's start with quick introduction of Coinlist. It started as an ICO platform in 2017 and it was a host for like a host launchpad for some like big names in the crypto industry. And like the biggest thing that boomed first was like Flow, at least to my knowledge. And then we had Filecoin, Solana, Mina, also Near Protocol also. All of them were launched via Coinlist. Well, basically how it worked is that you had a lottery system for this. Some interested participants would sign up for the token sale, and then when it happens, you would be put in a queue of everybody who wants to buy that particular token. And then if you're lucky enough, you would get a chance to buy it. There was also priority access for some people who would be a bit more active in the project previously, like before the sale. However, it was not very developed. And a more popular way to get a priority queue at the time was getting high karma on Coinlist. So yeah, having good karma on Coinlist meant having about 2,000 or more karma, and that would give you priority access for most sales. The last sale that Coinlist hosted was on the 12th of May of 2022. And many people thought, and also many launchpads hoped, that it was basically the end of Coinlist because it has been so quiet for such a long time. And the era of ICOs, IDOs, and whatever O's offerings, well, it kind of calmed down quite a bit. But to be fair, we're also in a bear market, so. But, well, there were some big announcements from Coinlist recently. First of all, the Sui and the CyberConnect sales, which are rather big projects. They are not just something on the low, and they are very well known and they have large communities, both of them. So it brought up the interest back. And additionally, we also had some more updates to Coinlist, which is now, you can call it Coinlist 2.0. So let's see firstly, about the sale of CyberConnect. I'll have a video about CyberConnect in full and about Sui as well. If you want to have a watch, I will leave the links in the description and in the pinned comment. If you don't want to watch and you just want to know about the sale, let's get quickly the information about the sale. I am now on Coinlist blog looking at the CyberConnect community sale announcement. And yeah, we quickly go here. It is going to be on May 18th, as I already said previously. And however, important deadline is that you have to pre-register before the 15th of May and 12 o'clock Universal Standard Time. You will figure it out what time it is in your time zone. The supply is going to be 3 million cyber tokens with an additional 2% supply. Basically, 3 million is a 3% supply, so there are 100 million tokens in total, and 3 to 5% are going to be allocated for this sale. And the additional 2% may be allocated to those who are willing to buy for a larger sum of money. So it likely is not going to be allocated to more people, but more like for people who just want to invest more in one go. The price is 180, which is less than investors in a seed round went in. They went in for a higher price, which is quite an interesting thing happening. It's usually not the case. The lockup and release for your tokens is going to be 25 unlock at TGE. We don't know when TGE is going to be. That's kind of also a point to make. It can be like soon after the token sale, or it can be a couple of months after. We don't really know the date. And 6 months linear release starting in Q4. So that is starting in October. And there are also some important points to make about priority queue in this case, which is in the FAQ section, because we have some changes here. It's not just karma or some random activity that you had to do. Up to 10,000 users are going to have a priority queue based on CyberConnect team loyalty evaluation. Basically, they took a snapshot on April the 26th. So you'll have West token ownership, cyber profile, and premium handle ownership. So basically, the more money you put into CyberConnect, the more likely you are to get a priority access to CyberConnect sale. Fan club level, then roles on Discord. NFTs from previous community events, and also mystery box and shard ownership. Apart from those 10,000 addresses, there are also going to be a couple of thousand addresses, likely a couple of thousand, it's not a fixed number, from Coinlist active users. That's basically those who have good karma and like multiple supporters, liquidity providers, active traders, and that whole thing is going to be evaluated via Coinlist karma. So how can you get a higher karma? Because not everybody has qualified probably for the priority access for CyberConnect. And if not for this sale, then it will be useful for the future ones if you ever decide to participate. There are two types of karma that you can earn. One is temporary, the other one is permanent. The temporary one you earn every week. It expires after 18 weeks. The amount of karma you can receive per week is also capped at 50 for trading and 60 for staking. Trading, I wouldn't recommend Coinlist Pro as an exchange just in general, but it's just good to receive the karma. And staking, you also have all the features listed in the description. But I would like to have a closer look at permanent karma. Token champion is when you registered for a sale and you don't have to buy anything, and then you registered for another one at least 1 year later. So let's say in January 2022 you registered for your first one, and then in April you decided to participate in another one. As soon as you're registered for the second one, you will be able to earn the token champion badge and therefore the karma for that. Lending is a temporary event that either opens for Filecoin or for Flow, where you are able to lend a little bit, like 5 Filecoins, for example, and get quite a bit of karma for that, like 250. And that's why I have 250 karma on the account. The maximum amount of permanent karma that you can earn for staking, you earn by staking 5 different coins in Vault staking. Vault staking is available for Flow, for Rose, that is Oasis, Casper, and also this T, the Threshold, and BLD tokens. BLD is Agoric, I don't know how you say, but there is not much to stake, especially with the current prices. I will tell you how much it ended up being in total in USD for all the staking assets in the end. And at the starting of the next staking period is the important date for you, because that is the day when your karma is going to be added. Until then, the tokens you added are going to be in the pending balance. So that's all for the Vault type staking, where you have to lock up your tokens. And there is also auto staking, which gives you weekly karma, but that is a much smaller percentage in comparison. Next one on the list is karma for trading. There are certain criteria you can do to earn up to 400 karma. So several exchanges on Coinlist, the website itself, it gives you 100 karma. Then using Coinlist Pro, also a couple of exchanges there give you 100 karma. Minting, wrap BTC, and then redeeming it and minting it again. You might have to do it several times. That also gives you 100 karma. And then you also have to use the mobile application to earn 100 more karma. In total, that will give you 1,250 karma. And the other three things, validator, developer, experimenter, and governance voter, they're not very applicable to new users. However, you can explore them as you become a more experienced user. So we, of course, start with depositing some assets to your account. The quickest and cheapest ways to do it are Algo, AVAX, Solana, but I'm not going to make jokes, but Solana was not working. And I'm going to use AVAX in this case, and quick transition also turns my balance from 0 to 13. I deposited about $200. You might qualify with a bit less. I'll tell you how much. You exchange your Avalanche for Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin, you take it and you click Mint. Mint means basically wrapping your Bitcoin, and you get wrapped BTC. There is not much difference in how much you do this for, but of course you have a lower fee if you wrap less Bitcoin. So in this, I am using about 0.0035, and right after wrapping and unwrapping, you might have to do it several times to get the karma. Then from the wallet, you send it to Coinlist Pro, that is an exchange from Coinlist, that is very quickly, and you go to Pro straight away. After you log in, this is what you see. And now what we need to do, we need to buy all the tokens that we are going to stake. So first we sell our BTC for USDT or USDC, whatever you prefer. I'm using USDT in this case. I am starting with Casper tokens. You need 100 of them, and you need a market order. You don't need a limit order. And the next one is this T USDT pair, this T threshold, 45 for this T thingy, very cheap. The next thing is BLD, Agoric, only 30 of those. rose from Oasis, you need 1,000 of roses. And then we go and buy 10 of flow as well. This will give you the tokens for staking and also give you some karma for using the Coinlist Pro, if you are lucky. For some reason, I wasn't given it in this case. Then you need to just withdraw and click on every single coin that you got, and then the maximum amount that you need, and withdraw it. Then you go into staking and you just put everything you have into staking. So in this case, I'm using the minimum amount, but of course you can stake more. You could also stake Acceler, but the deposits were not working in that case. Probably they might be switching to some other network, but I'm not sure. That's it for the staking. You got the maximum points. However, it's not showing at the moment because, as you remember, there is a period at which it starts. So right now it's in a pending balance, and as soon as the next staking period starts, it will give us the karma points. And for the trader part, we didn't get all of them because I didn't get the ones for Coinlist Pro, and I haven't shown anything for the mobile applications. And you can also, of course, use Coinlist and do a couple of exchanges on the app and get more karma for that. I have 450 karma. 250 of that is for a lender, 5 file coins that I lended in the temporary event, and 200 are for doing activity on Coinlist and for wrapping and unwrapping BTC. You would be able to get a bit more for using the Pro version and the mobile apps that I haven't shown. And 600 more karma are going to be added when the staking period starts for our vault staking. In total, to earn around 1200 karma, you'll need about $86.9, but of course it's going to vary for how much you buy the tokens or if you already have them, and you are also not losing them because you are using those for staking. I've mentioned already that certain changes have happened to Coinlist, and we now have Coinlist 2.0 with some new functionality added to it. For example, wallet link. Wallet link is when you will be able to connect your wallet, when you're registering for a token sale. So that's basically how CyberConnect is going to evaluate whether you qualify for the priority queue or not. Yeah, you're supposed to have all the stuff, all the vests, all the accounts, all the NFTs related to CyberConnect on that wallet. So this makes sense, and Coinlist added this functionality about a couple of months ago, like in December they announced it, as I remember. And in general, Coinlist has had some rebranding, so they also changed the logo and all that kind of stuff. So they also had an article how this whole rebranding has happened, and they now describe themselves in 6 different products that they're offering. The first, of course, the main thing is community sales, which is, as usual, just Coinlist has a large user base, and if you are a project and you want to have some exposure to a large audience and you have some tokens to offer, just give it out in a community sale like it used to be. So not much change here, apart from new functionality added for the priority queues. So a second thing is RealDrops. RealDrops are basically like airdrops, but without air, you put a real now. So, I mean, it's basically the same thing, but the difference is that airdrops are usually to your wallets, and in this case, Coinlist has KYC, and identity verification is like its third product, which ensures that all the projects are compliant with regulations and all the legal stuff, because Coinlist has KYC, all the AML policies, and it has, I'm sure it has a large legal department. Another thing is token distribution, which is basically they help the projects to have token vestings, so the unlockage of the tokens. You never think about how this happens. So yes, I get tokens after this and this time, but then how does it actually happen? Coinlist can take care of that so that people don't just get all the tokens at once and go dump them all together on the market. You probably want to minimize that by having token vestings, and Coinlist can help you with that, as I already said. Number 5 on the list is Incentivized testnets and grants programs. That's basically to onboard more developers, because everybody is looking for developers, to the projects, and also some early testers, early participants, and all that kind of stuff. And this slightly reminds me of Gitcoin because it had some bounties for developers that you could participate as the developer and get tokens of the project. But here it is slightly different. In my view, it is for more people in general. So it's basically, as a project, you come and you want to have incentive, you want to have a testnet. For people to participate in it, you have to incentivize them, but you are scared to incentivize them because you don't know how to distribute it. You are scared of the vesting. You don't have the user base who would want to participate in it. So you come to Coinlist and you say, I want to have an incentivized testnet. And they're like, okay, give us some money. So because you're heavily funded, you give them Coinlist some money and then they help you set it all up. And they also have all the KYC checks and all the legal stuff. The last but not the least functionality of Coinlist 2.0 that Coinlist outlines is growth. Growth is basically, it allows for trading of tokens, it allows for staking and other activities to do with the tokens, to basically use the tokens themselves. So this whole array of functionalities that Coinlist now outlines in its Coinlist 2.0 phase sounds like they no longer want to be just an ICO sales platform. They're now a jump-starting platform for decentralized token distribution, more or less decentralized at least. And this sounds like they are preparing the ground for the regulations that are upcoming, because in this way, projects don't have to think about and care about all the legal stuff themselves. It's not them who is distributing the tokens, and it's Coinlist. They just put it all the legal stuff and just tell Coinlist to do that and pay a lot of money for that. But it might be worth it. And seemingly, projects are facing issues already because they are just excluding many countries from participation in airdrops or in ambassador programs or stuff like that. Because, for example, US and Russia are the most commonly excluded jurisdictions from multiple ways to participate in the project activities. And US and Russia make up almost half of all the crypto users, I would say. And they are basically excluding a large proportion of active user base, which is not ideal. So with Coinlist, it's likely that they are going to minimize that KYC restrictions to a minimum where it's possible, of course, because Coinlist is still going to restrict people. Because as far as I know, for CyberConnect, they are restricting US, Canada, South Korea. And as you notice as well, token sales now only make up about 1/6 of all the stuff that Coinlist offers. So it is becoming kind of hybrid platform, and it's moving away from being an ICO-focused platform to a jump-starting way for projects to start themselves, because there are just so many more ways to distribute tokens in a more decentralized way than just ICOs. And I think it's a very good and logical progression that we're going towards, and it's also good help for projects under this, well, uncertain regulatory landscape, I would call it that way. And now you don't really have to be just rich and be very lucky and have good karma. You have many more ways as well to participate in and get the access to the tokens. Although being rich and lucky helps still, like it's not going anywhere, but some more ways to earn the tokens also are added. And let me know what you think about Coinlist, whether the revamp is going to help Coinlist to revive or not. Because you might think that it's really not going anywhere. But well, let's see. Let me know what you think in the comments. And that's all I have for you about Coinlist. And see you in the next one.